Yo, what's good, YouTube family? It's your boy Robert Williams here with another volume of Dear Younger Me. And today I'm coming to you from my messy desk. But today we're going to talk about passion. So let's get into it. So, look, finding your passion is super critical in this world. And I wish I knew, as my younger self, that somebody would have told me to really dig in and find what your passion is. At one point in time in my life, it was baseball. Play baseball over the summer, play baseball from a school, but then I never was able to get into like baseball camps and do anything like that. Then I started working, and then my passion became working or just being able to make money as a teenager. And I was driving my car, and it was like, well, I got to do the things I need to do to sustain driving my vehicle. And then passion became the ladies. We're not going to go into that, but you can get lost in that passion. And I want to tell you now, it is very fleeting and it's very temporal. Okay? So don't let your passion be that of the opposite sex at an early age. But what you want to find is, what is your passion? What is the thing that you really, really like doing? They say if you do what you love, then you never work a day in your life. And that's true and false, because there's things that you do that you love and it doesn't feel like work when you're doing it, but then there's things that you're actually good at that make you money, because maybe what you do as a passion and what you love doesn't make any money, right? So you have to find something, I feel, that is a passion where you can either do one of two things, where you can monetize it and make money from it, or you can also find the thing that you're passionate about and do it in your free time. And so one of the things that I realized over the years for myself is that I'm passionate, passionate about learning. But lately I've been passionate about like creating things and completing things that I've started, right? Whether it was making a bench or, me and my daughter, we just did a DIY straight from picture, tried to make a bow and arrow from what we saw on YouTube. Whether it's learning about, right now I'm reading a book on basic basic economics, so I can teach an economics course to my kids' co-op later this year. I'm passionate about, the Word of God. I'm passionate about stock trading. I'm passionate about all these things, but sometimes you just have to find what is the thing that you can really devote a good portion of your free time to. Now, my job that I do, I'm not quite passionate about it, but what I am passionate about is pouring into my fellow coworkers, guiding them, leading them. I'm very passionate about personal development. I read a ton of books to be able to help grow myself in that area, right? Whether it's Think and Grow Rich, The Richest Man in Babylon, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, The Psychology of Money. What else do I have in my library? Ton of books. I mean, what do I have right here? God's Armor Bearer, Running with the Giants, The Slight Edge. I mean, a ton of books on reading, learning, developing, so that I can be equipped to pour into others. Of course, one of the best books on leadership and developing and learning is the Bible, right? So I find my passion in those things. And I'll be honest, it took a while. It took a while to find out what it truly is. And your passion will shift with time. Married with kids, my passion is not things that require maybe a lot of physical activity, but it requires the brain power, it requires wisdom, it requires discernment, strategy. That way that I can be able to make solid, good decisions and then be able to help my family also make some good, solid decisions. And so for the younger individual out there, the 12-year-old, the 18-year-old, the 24-year-old, dear younger me, take the time to find what your passion could be and be okay with the fact that it may change. I will tell you this, if you can monetize your passion, I would highly suggest doing that and ensure that it's in a field where if there's another like epidemic, pandemic, downsizing type of economy, you'd still be okay. It's not something that can only be done when things are thriving. But whatever you're passionate about, and what your passion is, I hope it's about creativity and creating and completing, right? Being able to say, I created that, and this is how people are using it, or this is how I'm using it. That I think is so, so rewarding. When something you've created that you're passionate about is being utilized. That's the key. Because if we're just building and creating things that nobody uses, then why do that, right? So that's all I have for you guys today in this very short volume of Dear Younger Me. But look, until next time, continue to think, live, and be unstoppable. Peace out, y'all.